Can you see the ice? It's forming. How cool, huh? This is the last video I'm going to talk about the miscarriage. About Meghan Markle. I've received a lot of stuff. People answer with, there's one thing I hate, and it's sophistry. If you're going to answer to the topic on hand that we're discussing with something completely unrelated, then I'm very tempted to remove the comment. Not because I'm being censoring, but because it's just really distracting. You're not contributing anything positive to the conversation. There's nothing racist about criticizing Meghan Markle for her miscarriage news at all. And just to clarify a few things, nobody has ever said that having a miscarriage is not terrible. It's a terrible thing. Nobody has said that people dying for their country is a terrible thing at all. Dead veterans is something, those beautiful people have paid the ultimate price for protecting our freedoms. I'm sorry, I have to move the camera. Nobody's saying that they're not, troubled teens, that their struggles, the number of suicides because of all the pressures that they face nowadays is not terrible. Especially when you're a mother and you have a teen kid. The issue that everybody has is that they have used these causes to try for PR, for propaganda. It's not even PR anymore. It's propaganda. Paying respects to veterans is very, of course we all do, nobody's saying that is not. But walking on dead veterans' graves to get to two empty ones, and take your photographer for PR, it's horrible. It's disgusting. That I am surprised that they're allowed to do that. I'm surprised there's no criminal consequences for that. I'm surprised the families are not suing them for violating that. Going to a kindergarten in the States in the middle of a COVID pandemic and using children for their PR, exposing them to COVID. I know that children are not, they're in the lower tier of danger, but still, they can't be carriers. And the list goes on, saying that Meghan got that gig to narrate because they were going to donate the money to the elephants. First of all, she did a very bad job for the elephants because nobody watches that show. Nobody watches that documentary. And two, the elephants never got the money, but they were used for her to get that gig. Her plagiarizing, lying, constantly lying. Did we learn anything from the teen, from their interview with the teen, troubled teens? Nothing. She didn't say, here we are. How can my husband's family's platform help you? Because that's another thing. She doesn't have a platform, and neither does Harry. The only reason why Harry has a platform is because his family has a worldwide platform. And why does his family have a worldwide platform? Because the UK people are allowing his family to remain in the monarchy as representing the monarchy of the United Kingdom. If the day after tomorrow the UK said, nope, we've had enough, we don't want the monarchy, all those castles that belong to the crown state are gone. They can't use them anymore. They won't have public paid protection. They won't get any tax breaks. They won't have any access. They will have I believe that platform will be gone. So all of those privileges that they enjoyed, they'll be gone. But anyways, I digress. My point is that nobody learned anything from the troubled teens. Did they ask, how can we help you? Do you have an office? What kind of counseling is out there? Do you need assistance? Should we help you? Can people donate to you? Nothing. The same thing with the veterans. The same thing with the elephants. The same thing with the speeches she gave. The same thing about racism. This is a woman who considers herself Caucasian, white. She has led a very white life. For example, let me give an example. She went to Canada. She was starting from scratch. You would think that she would reach out to the black community there, right? Get herself involved with black, empowering women, black women. No, She befriended the whitest, most privileged family in Canada, one of the most privileged white families in Canada, dating white boys. Her life is white, no black there. And in her blog, The Tig, everything, her white father was very predominant. My heart really goes out to him. The point of all of this is that nobody is saying that the things are terrible, that they have tried to attach themselves to. But they don't bring anything out to them. It's never about those causes. It's always about them. Always. We never learn anything. Even with a miscarriage. She could have said, you know what? I had a miscarriage. That's another thing. If you're going to announce a miscarriage, you should have announced the pregnancy first. You know? So all of a sudden, 4 months later, oh, she was really willing to talk about it. That's not it. Nobody's buying that. So many lies. So abusive. Let me give you a small tale about this. I don't know if some of you know it, but let me tell you this little tale and see what you think. There was this woman who had a snake as a pet. She got the snake since the snake was so small, and as the snake grew bigger, she was just a regular snake. Suddenly the snake, when the snake was a little bit about 6 feet, the snake suddenly started sleeping with her alongside, and it followed her everywhere more than usual. And it stopped eating. So and she would go to sleep, and the snake would be right next to her alongside all her length. The snake was almost 1 foot longer than she was, taller than she was. But she got worried because the snake was not eating. So she goes to the vet, and the vet tells her, because the snake is not eating, she goes, my snake is eating and she won't leave me, she follows me everywhere more than usual. And then the vet stopped her and said, does she sleep with you alongside, right along you? And the woman goes, yes. And he goes, yeah, she's planning to eat you. The reason why she's sleeping right next to you is to measure you, to make sure that you'll be able to fit her entire body. So it was not love, it was not care, it was just, and this is the snake that she had raised, from a small thing. My point is that's the same with Meghan Markle and Harry. Meghan Markle is doing that to Harry, Harry is doing that to the royal family. They have used sophistry, they have abused and slander everybody, especially her father. They have shown no consideration towards anybody. So when people are criticizing her, it's her, not people who have suffered from miscarriage, because nobody believes, at least not the way she describes it. Had she been, more to the point and said, you know what, I had a miscarriage, I am pregnant again, because yes, she is claiming that she's pregnant again. Please be aware that these are all my opinions, right? But I do a lot of the research, and this woman it's not hard to to decipher. She is claiming to be pregnant again. I feel sorry for that kid. I really do believe that there should be something called social Munchausen, because this woman and Harry will do anything for attention. They're both abusive. They're both liars. And unfortunately, and they're toxic. Anything that they touch turns to crap. That's the reality. So yeah, I reiterate here. Nobody's saying that dead veterans should not be respected nor remembered. Nobody is saying that troubled teens don't deserve our attention and love. Nobody's saying that abused women who suffer violence, because also they did that talk with Malala, don't deserve our respect, our help, our support. Nobody's saying that people who have miscarriages don't deserve our love and support. By the way, women who suffer miscarriages, they do get lots of love and support. We can all agree with that, unless they're in a very abusive relationship. But again, everything that they've done has been me, us, again. And it's the royal family, the current royal family. Because let's not forget, there are many royal families in the UK. The Windsors don't have to be on the throne. It could be anybody with more morals. I do feel bad because I believe that most people love Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge, who are doing a fantastic job, but they can't carry so much crap from everybody. So yeah, what do you think? Let me know. Again, no sophistry. Talk about the things. If you say, you know what, she was pregnant, here it is. If you say, nobody's saying that people don't suffer miscarriages. I have. Nobody's saying anything about that the causes that they've tried to attach themselves to are not worthy. but the way they have been used by them is not right. Anyway, leave me your comments. Have a good day.